I'm Richard Shea. I'm Philipstown Supervisor, and right now we're in the historic courtroom or meeting room for Town Hall. This is a project we've been working on, the restoration of this building, for the past 16 months. We started last year, then of course the pandemic hit. We have all new windows, we have new lighting, we have a new heating system, new dais. Everything in the building, interior and exterior, has been redone and modernized, and also with an eye towards energy efficiency. We now have heat pumps to supply the heat for the building and the air conditioning. And those are recognized as some of the most environmentally friendly ways to heat and cool a building. So it's been an exciting process. It's been probably 18 years in the making. We saved for about 16 years to get in a position where we could do this with no impact to the tax assessment for the town. It's been great. It's been a great process. It's been a difficult process because of the pandemic and several other things. But in the end, we're going to have a building that's going to be a real legacy. You know, the building was in danger of literally falling down. There was so much water damage and decay. It just hadn't been attended to since the 1870s. There had been Band-Aids put on things, but the building just didn't function in a way that lent itself towards modern governance. One of the problems was in the winter, you just couldn't get the building to temperature. You know, so people were wandering around with coats on. Certain times, if it got down to 5 degrees, we literally had to shut down. You just couldn't function in this building. Some of the historic details that we were able to bring back and restore, you look at this maple floor. This was covered by carpet before. In the past, my mother tells me, and there's things to support it, that there were roller skating events up here. And if you look in the historical records, all sorts of community events were held up here. Concerts were held here, speaking events. So we're glad that we're able to bring this floor back and really lighten up the room. The ceiling is also a big aspect that we were proud of. The old ceiling was a drop ceiling, so it was about 4 feet lower. Also not the most attractive thing, it's a pretty industrial look, but we've gone back to the old tin ceiling here. All the bracket work, you can see some of the brackets behind me here. They've all been restored. This tin ceiling was taken down, completely reinstalled. We were able to find pieces of it in the old attic, so we were able to reclaim the crown molding, and a lot of the panels that had been damaged, we got spares from over in the other attic. If you look at the windows are exact historic reproductions of what was here. They just function in a much more energy efficient way. They're all, low E glass, double pane, and insulated, so they will function much better. They actually work. We can open them up and ventilate the room, where in the past they were covered with plastic, just trying to keep some heat in. But there are all sorts of period details that have been brought back. One of the things that's very interesting, and I know you won't be able to see it, but there are old vents from the gas lights where the room was lit by gas lighting, gas lamps, and they would get so hot that they had to vent out to the outside. So there were literally chimneys, 4 chimneys in the room that went outside. So we've attached the new lights to those old vents. They were restored. There are a lot of period details in the building that we were able to keep. I think preserving this town hall in this location, in this building, was really important. We had considered moving out, going to a different site, maybe even constructing a building. But historic buildings need to be preserved, and this is part of our history. It's a long history here in Philipstown. So I think it was really important to stay in this building, to respect the building, and to bring it back to life. And that's just what we've done. And now it'll be a much more pleasant work environment, a much more energy efficient building, and something I'm going to be proud to hand off to the next person who sits in my seat. So I'm glad that we were able to do it, and I'd say congratulations to the town of Philipstown.